Hungry Man grilled beef patties review. Okay, now I remember these now. Not the Hungry Man's. Those go back to the 80s because they originally called um, the Swanson dinner or TV dinners in the metal tray with the little dessert with the little not strawberry cranberry dessert. I remember them, and they really got to be serious in the 90s, living off them things. Couldn't cook worth a crap. It was between Hungry Man's and Hot Pockets. Yeah, let's get yeah, or the Raymonds back then. But yeah, those bastards were good as hell. Okay, what you say? Check out this man's review here. Wolf Pit.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Today we're trying Hungry Man's 15-ounce grilled beef patty frozen TV dinner, which consists of grilled beef patties with home-style mashed potatoes, savory beer gravy, and mixed vegetables, all for $3.74. Now this is one time they correctly called a patty a patty. Most of the time they describe their meat product as a patty, when they really should describe it as a formed meat slurry concoction. Home-style mashed.
Now, I believe they changed the name. I just thought about something. Because years and years ago, them things was called Salisbury steaks sitting up there. But it looked like I forgot what they call it. The beef you cook them in the crock pot. I can't think of the name. I can't think of what the name of it is, but yeah, it was Salisbury steaks because they had the two pieces of meat sitting up there, the mixed veggies, and the mashed potatoes. I remember same. I remember that Salisbury. I'm trying to think of what. Maybe what? Yeah, it was Salisbury. Yeah, I just said the name Salisbury steak. Um, it was Salisbury steak. I remember the fried chicken, and there was a bunch. There was a bunch of them. I think only one of them I didn't like, but yeah, they were those bastards were good. Then they made the Hungry Man XL, so I remember all that. Come on, and people get tired. I know some people get tired of hearing about the '90s. I'm sorry, the '90s was something serious. That's too damn bad. You don't like it. I'm sorry. That's just too bad. Only thing was wasn't no internet really back then.
Potatoes,
the internet was a baby.
I doubt it, unless they've had my mother-in-law's crap-style mashed potatoes. Hungry Man mashed potatoes are notoriously gross, but I don't really want to judge the potatoes before I try them. Who knows? Maybe they improved the mashed potatoes. But I'm going to continue to try their mashed potatoes until they improve for you, the people, so you don't have to. But that beer gravy sounds intriguing, but I got to be careful. I don't want to get my hopes too
Beer
high.
gravy. I don't remember that now, but I
Out
remember
of 55
Salisbury.
reviews, the Hungry Man grilled beef patty dinner got 3.1 stars out of 5. The most helpful positive review says it's better than you might think. The most helpful negative review says it was dropped in the store. I really dislike it when people leave a negative comment about something the manufacturer has no control over.
Yeah, that
Here's
happens.
a novel-like list of ingredients.
That happens sometimes. Even like with the banquet Salisbury steak. Just the meat by itself. Sometimes the gravy and the meat will be all stuck to one side, and the half of the tray look like it's empty, but it's just the stuff done leaned over, and I don't know if it froze that way or got thawed out, but that does look crazy. But that might be somebody didn't either. They said the company or somebody didn't put the food back. You know, a lot of people leave stuff in the aisle and just leave it there. But I don't know. But that's a pain in the ass when they do that.
And Hungry Man was kind enough to break down the ingredients individually for us to view before we ingest this highly processed frozen meal. And of course there's TVP in the meat. You can't have a really good, highly processed TV dinner without having TVP in the meat. The meals just wouldn't be the same.
I know they say I know we know. They said that stuff's no good for you. Same with the raisins, the Raymonds. too much salt. Well, use one packet or half a packet then. You know, they have, believe it or not, amount of people probably think it's nasty. They have low sodium soups or low salt. You know, because I had the low salt soup. You could tell the salt is cut. It tastes slightly different, but they have stuff without salt or with less salt. So yeah, but like I said, it's rough. You gotta eat. You gotta do what you gotta do. If you gotta eat the frozen dinner, you gotta eat the frozen dinner. You know, and it's this meat is high, 10, 20, 15, $17 for a piece of it. This meat is higher than hell. Okay, the cheapest was maybe a $7 pack of meat. Cause I remember like the cheap store we had, you could get a 6-pack chicken legs. Oh no, probably a 5-pack. It was like $2 a piece, but that was 5-6 years ago. Try to get that today and see what you get.
If the meat didn't feel like you were chewing on a moist nursing home mattress.
Something else.
The whole Hungry Man grilled beef patty dinner has 450 calories, 22 grams of total fat, 13 grams of saturated fat, 55 milligrams of cholesterol, 1,160 milligrams of sodium, 39 grams of carbohydrates, 10 grams of fiber, 8 grams of sugars, and 24 grams of protein. Isn't it sad when it comes to a point you see 1,160 milligrams of sodium and you don't think it's that much? And you'll also notice 24 grams of protein. But on the front of the box, it said 21 grams of protein. Maybe you get the other 3 grams if you eat the box. You can heat the Hungry Man dinner up in a conventional oven or microwave oven. And since I love you, the people, so much, I broke the bank and bought 2 of these meals so we could try one in the oven and one in the microwave.
Nice.
For you, the people. We're going to do the first Hungry Man beef patty dinner in the oven. And the meal actually doesn't look bad at all. The only thing it said to do
those
was
are
cut
really
a
good.
slit over the vegetables, and then it goes into a preheated 350-degree oven for 35 to 40 minutes, or until it gets to 160 degrees. Then you prepare the second meal that goes into the microwave exactly the same way. Cut a slit in the film over the vegetables, and then it goes into the microwave for 4 minutes.
Me, personally, unless you got no choice, always put them in the oven because everything is usually good except for like the mashed potato be kind of icicle in the middle, like sometimes cooking the burrito in the microwave. That half hot, half frozen, it's horrible. It makes you mad. It does. Oh shit.
After 4 minutes, remove it from the microwave, pull the plastic film back, and then flip the grilled beef patties over.
Yeah, so you got to go through all. You don't have to go through all that in the oven.
Give the home-style mashed potatoes a stir. And I told you, these don't look anything like home-style mashed potatoes. Once everything is flipped and mixed, recover with the plastic
frozen
film
potatoes,
and pop it back into the microwave.
I agree with the
for 3 more
potatoes,
minutes.
but you know.
After cooking for a total of 7 minutes, our Hungry Man grilled beef patty dinner is ready. And it still looks good, and it actually smells good. But those potatoes, they don't look good. Since I've been knocking the mashed potatoes,
he ain't having the potatoes.
I figured I'd try them first. And they were really no surprise. They were crappy potatoes. But the texture did change a little bit. I gotta give them that. They looked horrid when we first stirred them out of the microwave, but they did cream up a little bit. It's just that chalky flavor you get in a whole lot of frozen dinner mashed potatoes. And it's not just because they're frozen dinner mashed potatoes, because there's a few frozen dinners with really, really delicious mashed potatoes that do taste like home-style mashed potatoes. So if other manufacturers can make good mashed potatoes in a frozen dinner, why can't Hungry Man? I agree with the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But Hungry Man, your potatoes are broke. After Mrs. Patty's over, I decided I wanted to try the mashed potatoes with the savory beer gravy.
He's something else.
And the gravy was good. And it did help the mashed potatoes somewhat, but it's kind of like putting lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig. The gravy is a little bit salty, but it had a good flavor to it, but I didn't taste any beer. especially savory beer gravy.
Okay, this guy's killing me now. Okay, he's something else. Okay, we got mashed potatoes that taste like chalk. You may as well put pig lipstick on a pig. All right, now, dude, you something else.
You can't taste the beer. Next, we tried the grilled beef patty. And it was certainly very moist and tender when you cut into it.
I still call it salsbury steak.
Her eyes popped wide open. Was that the look of fear? No, she loved the grilled beef patty. And she even went as far as saying it was delicious. When she said it was delicious, I needed to hurry up and take a bite of mine and find out what kind of crazy she's peddling. There's not a chance this is delicious. So my piece of the grilled beef patty went into the old pie hole and down the gullet. And now my eyes popped wide open too. But was it really a look of fear this time? No, not at all. It was the look of hope. The grilled beef patty was pretty good. Even with the TVP, the texture wasn't bad at all. It had a pretty good real meat texture. Somehow, the meat made the gravy really pop with a subtle beer flavor. The vegetables were next, which are sometimes the only edible item in a frozen meal. And these vegetables didn't disappoint. They had a nice tender crisp texture and good flavor. Even though they're already in a sauce, a pat of butter and a sprinkle of salt and pepper in the vegetables and the mashed potatoes would go a long way. And last but not least, the obligatory bite of everything. The grilled beef patty with the savory beer gravy, the home-style mashed potatoes, and the mixed vegetables. After cooking in...
Oh, here we go.
At Target, get low prices on turkey.
After cooking in a 350-degree oven for 35 minutes, our second Hungry Man grilled beef patty dinner is ready. So to keep things consistent, we tried the potatoes first in this meal too. And just like the ones cooked in the microwave, they looked nice and creamy. But unfortunately, the looks are deceiving. I mean, they are somewhat creamy, but they taste no different than the ones in the microwave. But again, like I said, a little pat of butter and some salt and pepper will take these a long way. Or you can mix the potatoes with the tasty beer gravy. Next, we tried the grilled beef patty, which I thought was just a little bit better than the one in the microwave. It seemed to have just a little bit more flavor, and it was actually even more tender than the one in the microwave.
See?
And even the beer flavor with the gravy was better.
Oven's the way to go.
And I'm not really sure what happened to the mixed vegetables. They weren't nearly as fresh tasting as the ones cooked in the microwave, and they seemed to overcook a bit. But that might be the way you like your vegetables. And then once again, one last bite of everything. I wasn't really expecting too much from the Hungry Man grilled beef patty dinner, but it was slightly better than I thought it would be. I didn't like the mashed potatoes in either of them. The meat in the one cooked in the microwave was pretty good. The meat of the one cooked in the oven was better, but just slightly, not good enough where I want to wait 35 minutes for it to cook. But then the vegetables cooked in the oven weren't very good at all. But the ones cooked in the microwave were really good.
They took 20 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. No, it is 30.
They're both average meals. They'll
That's
fill
right.
you up
And I keep
give you
forgetting.
some calories and nutrition, but it's not going to be the most delicious thing you've ever eaten.
Well,
But
that's
for $3.74, I'd say it's a decent meal. And with each of them, they have their pros and cons. And they're pretty much equal. But I'd give the edge to the one cooked in the oven. So with that said, the one in the microwave gets a 5 out of 10, and the one out of the oven gets a 5.1 out of 10. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and share it with your family and friends. And I'll see you soon.
I think the oven is the way to go, because, like I said, unless you ain't got no choice, not cook it, like I said, I cook it in the microwave. You get like that that half hot, half cold to eat. You know, you said you had to flip over the meat and stir the meat. I mean the mashed potatoes in the oven. You know, there is none of that. Once you poke the holes in the meat in the wrapping thing, that's all. That's you know, it's gonna be done the first time, and that's it. You don't gotta backtrack, because it's when you pull it out the oven, it's smoking hot. That stuff is ready to come out of there. But yeah, but like I said in the beginning, them things. So I'm about to go check that. I'm about to go check that package because I remember it was Salisbury steak. The mashed potatoes and the mixed vegetables was the same, but it was Salisbury steak, not beef or not grilled beef patties. But again, that was years ago, and I remember for a fact in the '90s it was Salisbury steak, but they change change the name or whatever.